I'm personally a big fan of doing a little bit of extra work now to save a crap ton of work in the future. And right now, I think is the perfect time to start prepping your car for winter, especially if you're concerned with, maintaining a ceramic coating, if you're concerned about how your car looks during the winter, even with snow and sludge and all the crap that can happen, rain. I think what got me kind of tipped off to this and thinking about this in general is we had a rainy day here in SoCal. And so I'm just going through my kind of checklist of like, what do I want to make sure to get done as the seasons start changing for my car? And then also, how do I make it easy to kind of maintain during the season? Though things aren't perfect during winter, you don't want to obviously do nothing during winter, right? So I think taking just a little extra time now and kind of resetting, I like to do this as the seasons change, but definitely when the bigger seasons change, as we get into like winter and then summer, kind of my twice a year roundup. And what I like to do during this time is just do like a light decontamination, maybe a light polish, maybe on, some high traffic areas, my kids grabbing the door handle. So maybe I'll do some polish and recoating on, certain areas of the car. And then always I like to, put down a fresh layer of toughest shell usually, because it just makes the next few months so much easier. So if this is something that you're interested in, that's what I'm gonna walk you through exactly what to do, the products that will actually work before the winter conditions and then during the winter conditions as well. I think that's an important part. There's so many detailing products out there that work, really great during optimal conditions and then not so great during suboptimal conditions. But there's a few kind of tips and tricks that you could really do to make your car look, I will say, decent during heavy storms, right? I think when it comes to winter and just weather in general, you have to kind of look at car care through a specific lens of like, hey, look, if I'm going to be out, daily driving this car, I just need good enough through the winter. If you live in one of those, the Midwest or the states like that. For me in California, it stays pretty good year round. So if you're in one of those places, I think this is still kind of just good protocol, I guess, to get in the groove and the routine of just doing something that's really good for your car and really helps it look good forever. And I kind of look at this as like, again, doing a little bit of extra work now means that you don't have to play catch up later. And when it's cold and nasty, and then you're trying to like polish out a fender or trying to recoat something and it's not working because the temperature is all jacked up. So I kind of think about my car the same way I think about my house sometimes, is like you winterize your home, kind of making sure everything's good. Maybe before a storm, you're double checking everything. It's the same exact thing with your car. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to decontaminate the paint usually. So with my car that I maintain very often, there's usually not too much that needs to be decontaminated. So this is perfect for like, you could use a iron remover, or you can end up doing a traditional clay bar or whatever. That's fine too. For me, it tends to be like the roof of my car that needs just a little decontamination. And then obviously I'm washing the car. This is when I'm going to increase the concentration of something like Super Soaper. I just want to get like any extra grime, any extra dirt. And I'm just trying to get like a really, really deep clean. This is when I'd probably use the Decon Bundle. And I'm going to mix in more Pure Magic Cleaner with the Super Soaper, and I'm going to foam those together. I just want to get any water spots that maybe have accumulated on the glass because my car sits out, just anything. Just want to do like a deep decontamination wash. That's kind of the goal for step one. As I move into step two, again, depending upon where kind of the condition of your car is and what you want it to be, this is where I might do like a quick polish, because once it's clean, to do a quick one-step polish, you don't really need to do a full correction. It's just about kind of bringing up the paint a little bit if there's like some spot areas that need to be treated a little bit. Kind of like I said with my personal car, my kids, touch everything on their way in and on the way out. So sometimes these spots just need a little touch up, right? And if you have any oxidation buildup or anything like that, it also just adds clarity to the car. It's going to help your protection bond a little bit better. So that's, again, why I like using the Picture Perfect polish. Cuts fast, it finishes clean, and it preps the surface for a ceramic coating or a ceramic spray. So there's not a lot to it. Kind of funny enough, I saw a short video the other day on another product that they were claiming is super easy to use, super fast. But when they did like a 50-50 shot, it added a lot of gloss, but it didn't really remove any of the defects, which to me just tells me that there's a bunch of oils on the surface still. And so one thing with the Picture Perfect polish is it is a true one step, but it acts like kind of like a, I don't know, you just get great correction out of it. And so it's super easy to use. And it's funny because these people were like boasting about how awesome the paint looked. And I'm like, man, if they just would have used the Picture Perfect polish, they would have gotten almost a full correction out of what they tried to do. Cause they did a 2-step too. It was wild. Anyway, pick up the Picture Perfect polish. It's way better than anything out there. So the third step, now that, you kind of did a deep wash, maybe you decontaminated with like an iron remover or a clay bar, did a little spot polishing, maybe just like the hood, it wasn't looking great or whatever, right? And you just did a little spot polishing, and now you got the paint totally prepped. Now it's time to seal it before the weather rolls in. So this is where the Gloss Boss, which is my wipe-on ceramic coating, toughest shell, comes in. A ceramic spray, it's going to help repel the salt, the water, the grime. Like on a day like today for me where we're getting a lot of rain, the water's just beating up. It's coming off the glass because I put it on the glass as well. So it's just repelling water everywhere. It just looks super cool too. And it helps, like everything else in my line, it's just super easy to apply. When you pair it with a polished surface, it's going to last through the season. And this is literally like armor for your car for the next few months. Now, I recommend definitely maintaining with more product through the winter time. So if you do like a once a month wash or something like that, I do recommend adding and kind of re-upping the paint protection, because it's just going to make your life so much easier when it comes to washing the car down. That's really what it is all about. I used to laugh with a detailer friend of mine of like, we add this paint protection on the car and it makes the water bead up really well. But when we finish the car, when we're showing it to the client, we don't show them that the water beads, right? Because then we'd be essentially getting the car dirty again. So the beads are the cool part that you see when you have weather. But it's all about how much easier it makes that car to clean, right? So that's really what you want to do with that third step in protecting the paint. And for the fourth step, this is where I think a lot of people actually go wrong. They think that winter means to, just stop washing the car, right? We're not going to do it. We go through, the salt on the roads. It's snowing all the time. We're just not going to wash the car during the winter months. And I honestly, personally think that that's the worst thing you could possibly do. So I think you do want to maintain and protect your car all seasons, right? Even if it's just a quick pre-soak and rinse every couple weeks. And again, all my products are very purpose built. And so this is exactly where the Super Soaper comes in. It's great for a touchless or low contact wash, even when it's too cold for a full hand wash. So I definitely had this in mind of like, hey, even in the dead of winter, grimy months, if you can just pre-soak the panel and rinse it off, that would be a lot better than doing nothing. Right. And the great part about that is that the Super Soaper is so effective at removing so much dirt and grime that you can normally reapply your paint protection, something like Toughest Shell, right after you get done washing it. So even if it's snowing, dead of winter, super terrible outside, just a pre-soak, rinse it down, maybe refoam or pre-soak again, rinse it down and add Toughest Shell. Your car is going to look so good during the winter months. So the paint's going to stay glossy, super easy to clean all winter long, right? And you're not going to be outside forever. Hopefully, if you do live in like the Midwest or this, Minnesota, Massachusetts, whatever, that you have some sort of interior that you could bring it into. But sometimes you just get a fluke of a nice day and you can clean your car during that time. I wanted products designed to work quickly and effectively as well. And so doing that and using those products will be really, really really good for your car. So, and a clean car is just a happy car, right? So again, winter isn't the time to skip the maintenance. That's why I wanted to kind of put out this guide real quick. It's actually when the paint protection matters the most. And that's why we see a lot of these products start to get bad reviews in the wintertime, that we're getting good reviews in the summertime. Because let's be honest, the weather is very, very harsh and it's very hard to do this. So a little bit of extra effort on the front end of things is going to literally save you hours later. So what you don't want is, you don't want that road salt, that grime, the dirt on the roads to kind of build up. And as it builds up, it does really create some damage. And then when it comes to spring, you're going to have a ton of work on your hands. So doing the prep once, maintaining it through the season is, you're going to thank yourself, and your car is going to look good. So again, wash it, do a deep wash. I have the Decon Bundle that I'll link below. That'll get you everything that you need for like a deep decontamination wash. Super Soaper, Pure Magic Cleaner. I would polish and prep with the Picture Perfect polish. Again, don't worry about doing the whole car if it doesn't need it. Just spot treat if you need to, and then protect and maintain with either the Gloss Boss or Toughest Shell. It's just super easy. But this is literally my exact system I use before every season, really. It's fast, it's effective, and it's super simple. So I'll make sure to drop a link to all the products that I mentioned, and they're also on Amazon as well. So yeah, you don't need to go crazy. Just prep a little bit, and it really makes a difference. And this is kind of more real world detailing, but anyway, you will thank yourself if you take a little bit of extra time to do it today. So hope that helps someone as we get into the changing of the seasons and into the nasty, not fun time of year. But with that, I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.